Hey everybody, it is Joe from the Strange Voyage Files. I'm recording this on July 25th, 2026, and this is a week of Angel Witch. Each day, Monday through Friday, I will be releasing another video. All the 5 Angel Witch albums, 5 days. I am back up in the bedroom, at least for this first album, because I want to do some background in this first video and talk about Angel Witch in general. And talk about how easy or not easy it is to find their albums. I am talking a little weird, kids, and again, I know some of my daughter's friends occasionally will watch this channel. Years ago, I used to smoke cigarettes. 4 times in the past 4 years, I've had to have what's called oral dysplasia biopsied. So it's precancerous. I'm fine. Everything's fine. But what happens is they take little pieces of your tongue out, and that happened 2 days ago. So, there's back of my tongue is sewn up and all that fun stuff. So, kids, and it's all from smoking. So, if you're smoking, you're vaping, or you're drinking, stop right now. No need for any of it. You want to smoke or drink? Go listen to Black Sabbath or Angel Witch. But yes, so I'm going to dedicate this whole week to Angel Witch. Each day is a different album. I'll probably do the other ones downstairs. But like I said, I want to talk a little bit more about Angel Witch in general in this first one. And I did this album like 8 months ago. I'm going to redo it. I have notes. I did it. Not much has changed. But I also do want to show, and I'm going to do these in order of release. First off, there's not much about Angel Witch as far as ranking albums. Pete Pardo and Martin Popoff did it. They ranked the albums. There's I think 2 other videos on YouTube where people have ranked them. You can find some things online where it just lists, but not much at all out there. However, I have the albums. So I have and I'm going to talk about this in a second. This is part of the reason why I'm doing this up here on the computer as well. I got them. I wanted this week to... I really wanted, if I'm going to do this, I wanted it to be all out. Now, these 2 albums are a colossal pain in the ass to find. And if you find them, they're expensive. This one I got on eBay by luck of the draw for $30. This one I got on Discogs for $40. And I've said it before, I'm really trying to hold back on the expenses. Past year or so, kind of really went a little above and beyond, the tax money went like that. So it was really, did I really want to pull the trigger and spend $70 on these 2 albums? Well, here's why I did it. Because I don't think there's going to be a big Angel Witch resurgence. And I don't know if they're ever going to be re-released. And the harder they are to find, the more difficult it's going to be and the more expensive it's going to be. I'm going to give you an example now. This is why I stayed up here. So, if we hop on good old eBay, so Angel Witch Frontal Assault, you can find these on album. There's one LP for $50, one for $200. There's one for $13. That's weird. One for $150. CD Frontal Assault is $30. There's only one. There's a couple cassettes. Now, if you look for Screaming and Bleeding, Album $200, album $200, 133, 150, 127, $90 for a CD, 127 for an album. There's a bid. There's like an unauctioned $50 starting for an album. They are very difficult to find. And it's not much better on Discogs. So I figured if I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this series right, I'm going to do it right. Now, Angel Witch is a very, very interesting band because Kevin Hayburn is really the guy. He is the singer for 3 of the albums. He plays guitar on all the albums, and he basically runs the show. And they come from a band called Satan. They started from Satan, right? Yeah, I believe that was the... Sorry, guys. Angel Web, blah, 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 biography. Sorry. Yeah, I believe they started from a band called Satan. And they're big, much like many of the new wave of British heavy metal acts, especially Iron Maiden, they get their big break with a song called Baphomet, which isn't even on the album. It is on the 25th and 30th anniversary, which I'm going to talk about the difference between those 2 albums when I do this. But it's on that Metal for Mothers compilation that basically launches Iron Maiden. And it gets them a great deal of exposure. Now, I just got done watching Martin Popoff and Pete Pardo's video where they rank it. Martin probably knows the most. He's been quoted on Wikipedia. He said from his understanding, and what I found as well, 1980, the first album comes out. It's pretty underground. But it does have a following. But it loses momentum. And part of the reason why this band doesn't go anywhere is because of Kevin Hayburn. Part of it is this whole management issue. Kevin, I guess, wanted to manage the band. And the record company was pushing for a real manager, and Kevin didn't want to do that. Reminds me a great deal of Annihilator, where it's Jeff Waters' band. Now, Martin Popoff said that he had heard a couple other things, like some people said they didn't, when you go and see Angel Witch live, it wasn't good. Others said they were very good. Martin Popoff also said that he had heard there was drugs. That could have played a role in why the band fell apart after the first album was released, but he said he wasn't sure. I'm not sure. Was the 80s. These things happen. So you have this first album that is really good. And because of inner turmoil of the band, and again, mostly because of Kevin Hayburn basically running the show and wanting to do things his way, it all falls apart. And we don't hear anything from Angel Witch again until 1985. We'll go into that when we talk about Screaming and Bleeding. And by the time that second album comes out, now the first album is a 3-piece. Kevin's got guitar and lead vocals. Another guy by the name of Kevin Riddles is bass, keyboards, and backing vocals. Dave Hogg is drums. And Dave Hogg will continue through Screaming and Bleeding, and then we lose him for Frontal Assault. Now, there's a couple of different issues of this album. And I had the 25th anniversary release, but of course, when I sold everything, that went. And what you see here is the 30th anniversary. And there's a treasure trove of bonus tracks. Baphomet is on here. Let's see, what? Extermination Day is on here. Flight 19 is on here. These are all songs that were not on the album. Hades Paradise is on here. Dr. Phoebes, which is not on the album, is on here, and that song is really liked. Now, when I rank this, I'm just doing the normal album. I'm just doing the 10 songs that were on the normal album. But this is interesting. When I listen to this, and again, I rip everything, so I'm listening to it on my computer, the 25th anniversary sounds 1,000 times better than the 30th anniversary. 25th anniversary is louder and clearer, whereas this is lower and more muffled. So if you're going to buy one of these, and I have no idea what the 25th anniversary, what the price is, if it's not insane, I suggest buying that one. There aren't as many songs on the 25th anniversary as this one, but I strongly suggest getting the 25th anniversary one because it sounds a lot better. Okay. So, once again, I'm going to rank these real quick, and I have some notes. And again, there's not that much difference. Now, the first album, or the first song, Angel Witch, is an absolute classic. It is a 5. It is awesome. It is probably my favorite Angel Witch song of all time. Atlantis is very good. It's a 4. I think it kind of gets a little bit anticlimactic at the chorus. Again, I don't remember what I said 8 months ago, but I don't know. White Witch is awesome. It is just a blazing great song. Kevin Hayburn sounds great. And it's a 5. White Witch is a 5. One of the things that I'm going to keep on talking about is he's such a great guitar player too. And the riffs that Kevin Hayburn plays and writes are unbelievable because Kevin writes everything. On the first one, everything's by him. Next one is Confused. It's a 3. It sounds like a demo, needed more work for me. What did I put here? Sorcerers is another great one. That's a 5. It starts like Strange World, and then it picks up and it sounds very, very gothic, very much for the new wave of British heavy metal. But yes, it does sound like Strange World. Gorgon is a 4. Good song. I love the changes in tempo in Gorgon. Sweet Danger is a 3. Very Maiden sounding. It is a straightforward rocker. It was a single. And it was only on the charts, I think, for a week. And it drops off. And I put it was not a good pick for the single. It was a bad pick. Freeman, Sweet Danger was a 3, if I had to say that. Freeman is a 4. Slow tempo. Again, Maiden sounding. A bit more like Remember Tomorrow, which I love. Angel of Death is a 3. Rocker. Once again, the chorus gets a little anticlimactic for me. And then last one is Devil's Tower is a 4. It's a great instrument. It's instrumental. It's a great instrumental. Add them all up and whatnot. It's a 4. The album is 4. Remember, we do 1 out of 5, so it's a 4. The last ranking, it was a 4 and it was a 4.2. So something was a little higher on the last ranking. So again, I don't think this album is a 5. It is not a Blizzard of Oz. It is not the first Iron Maiden album. It is not a Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. It's not a Shout at the Devil, but it is a 4. It's a great album. From here on out, again, Dave Hogg comes back 5 years later, but Angel Witch goes dead for 5 years after this album. And that is, I mean, at that time, it is just musical suicide. Because if you're, 1980 to 1985, everything's changed. Hair metal, pop garbage is coming in. The next album that's going to come out from Ozzy is Ultimate Sin, and a lot of people say that's where he goes glam. Somewhere in Time, too many synthesizers, Turbo, same thing. The whole realm changes. And Angel Witch was sitting on the sidelines. And it's sad because it really just seems, I don't know, but it seems like stubbornness, and it seems it's just a poor business decisions. But, okay, so this is the first one. Again, there's going to be an Angel Witch video every day this week. I hope you guys like this. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Let me know what you think of these albums as I'm doing them. I strongly suggest, if you haven't heard them, at least hop on YouTube and listen to them, because they're all on YouTube. Now, where I said the second and third album are hard to find, these two are easy to find. These are the two latest. This one, as above is below, as above, so below, and then Angel of Light. These are pretty easy to find. This one may be disappearing a little bit, but I think they're also on Angel Witches. There's a website, so if you Google Angel Witch website, I think they're on that too. So these are easier to find and more affordable. So, all right, guys. Again, let me know what you think of Angel Witch. Let me know what you think of this album. Let me know what you think of the albums. How would you rank them? Friday will be Angel of Light, where I give you my ranking. But by that time, if you're following up, keeping up, you'll know what ends up where, because it's strictly by the numbers. All right, I will see ya. Who knows what room I'll be in next time? Actually, I'm kind of lazy. I think I'm going to be here for the next two. We'll see, but probably really lazy.